The following program is produced by students of the Brian Lamb School of Communication at Purdue University.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Fast Track Extra and the beginning of another school week. Here on your weather headlines, we see we're going to start off this week on a rather rainy note. It will be a rainy Monday, but after that, some warmer spring weather is ahead, which I think will be a welcome sight for everyone. And we have a lot of events coming up in the next week and into this weekend, and we'll have a detailed forecast for those as well. Looking back to yesterday, though, with our conditions then. It was a pretty nice day yesterday. It's high of 55, started off with a cool low of 29, just a little below the averages on this time of year. No precipitation to talk about. So let's hop into our forecast with our future forecast. Dry this morning, but we see all that moisture moving up to the north. That'll be part of our day today. Move out of here for your Tuesday, and not really anything in the way of rain for Tuesday or Wednesday. You see these winds out of the north, and watch as they shift around to the south here. And that'll usher in some much warmer air as we head into the middle of your week. So this afternoon, unfortunately, it's just not going to be that pleasant. I'm going to say rain likely, 100% chance of that rain today. Now high of only 48, it's going to be breezy, so rain, pretty cool, breezy conditions. It's going to be kind of miserable out there today. But there is hope in sight, and that is on the next 3 days of your forecast. Tomorrow morning, just some clouds and a chance of a few sprinkles in the morning, temperatures in the 50s. Wednesday, we warm up into the 50s to near 60, and then Thursday, up towards 67 degrees. Now, here's a little tidbit for you. Last time it was 70 degrees in Lafayette was almost 6 months ago, October 12th, 2013. And if it's not Thursday, we might have another chance sometime in the next 7 days to finally get to 70 degrees here in Lafayette. Now, I'll have more on that 7-day in your event schedule forecast coming up in just a bit, but first, we're going to go over to Lauren for the news.
Thanks, Alex. Glad to hear we're going to be warming up soon. Good morning, Purdue. I'm Lauren Westberg with your local news update. At the end of last week, the Purdue Board of Trustees announced the university's next treasurer, William Sullivan. The current treasurer, Al Diaz, will be leaving at the end of the semester to fulfill a position at Marymount University. Sullivan will take Diaz's place on June 1st. As Chief Financial Officer and Treasurer, he will now be responsible for the university's $2.3 billion budget. Additionally, according to a university press release, Sullivan is also expected to ensure institutional integrity in finance, budgetary construction, optimal resource allocation, and maximum operation efficiency. Sullivan has previously worked as the Chief Financial Officer for industrial real estate agency Prologis. Also, at the board meeting, members approved a $6 million renovation for Forney Hall's West Wing laboratories. These will receive new hoods, ventilation, and electrical heating. In addition, the university's newest res hall will be officially named the 3rd Street Suites, and a new retirement plan for Purdue employees has been set in place. Lastly, today marks the first day of Purdue's student government elections. Students can vote at kiosks around campus or go online at Boiler Link. Be sure to vote, as your opinion does matter and those in office do make a difference. Thanks for listening. Now let's head over to John for that sports update. John?
Thank you, Lauren. Yesterday was an eventful day for the Boilermakers, so I will bring you up to speed with softball, baseball, and tennis. Softball squared off against Indiana and lost 5-2. The Hoosiers were able to rally back in the final innings to give Purdue their second loss in the conference. They are now 20-18-1 overall and 7-2 in the Big Ten. Purdue will be back in action Wednesday at 5 when they face off against Ball State. Baseball posted their first shutout of a Big Ten opponent since defeating Indiana in the 2012 Big Ten tournament. The Boilermakers defeated Penn State 4-0 Sunday afternoon, bringing their record to 6-21, 2-4 in the Big Ten. Moving on to tennis, both the men and women had fantastic matches. Both of the teams defeated Nebraska in similar fashion, winning 6-1. The The women moved to 9-7, 5-2 in the Big Ten, while the men improved to 13-3, 5-1 in the conference. As for tomorrow, Purdue Sports has the day off, so that means I do too. But one thing that always has its surprises is the weather. So Alex, what is our 7-day forecast like?
All right, thanks, John. And speaking of surprises, look at this picture here of a AA baseball game. You see the game still going on, there's people still in the stands, and you have this massive storm in the background. This is not a tornado, it's just a shelf cloud which can produce winds to 50 to 60 miles per hour. Nonetheless, very picturesque and might consider everybody moving out of the stands at this point, but nevertheless, it is a pretty neat picture to look at. Now, back to our forecast, 48 degrees for the high today, just in case you missed it earlier, rain is likely. If we head into your night tonight, we'll have temperatures in the 40s throughout the night. Precipitation will start off with increased chances near 6 p.m. It'll decrease through the evening and into the overnight hours. Now, for your overnight weather, have just a slight chance of rain, winds out of the northwest at 15. Your low will be down to 40 degrees. And on your 7-day forecast, here come the improvements. Near 60 on Wednesday, in the 60s on Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And I'll step out and let you look at the whole thing here. Very nice. Today is the only day we're going to see this week, it looks like, with highs in the 40s, warm conditions all around. And we have a lot of events coming up this weekend. We have Battle of the Bands, Spring Fest, Rock the Quad. Here's your forecast for all of those. Temperatures in the 50s for Friday night. Spring Fest and the spring football game looks like great weather. Temperatures in the 50s to the 60s. And then for Sunday night, kind of iffy weather with temperatures near 60 and that chance of rain. So we'll keep an eye on that for you. And don't forget, you can always follow us on Twitter for the latest forecast, Purdue_weather. Now, thanks for joining us today on Fast Track Extra. We'll be back tomorrow with more news, weather, and sports. Have a great day.